Hi, Lily. And let me just click on everything. And then, okay, let me close the door. It's kind of noisy. Okay, and let's begin. So, from here, let's begin with a little bit of breathing work. Now, breathing is essential today because we are doing hard work. When we are doing hard work, the most important thing is it's just like your car, okay? If no petrol going, your car's not going to start. So the same whenever we are doing very hard postures and a lot of vigorous postures, very important is the inhalation motion because no oxygen go in, you have no strength to do anything and then the head don't feel good, okay? So let's practice our breathing for a while first. Let's come into a nice comfortable sitting position. Then we palms on the knees. Now the hands are to support the spine upright. And then relax the shoulders. Close your eyes gently and let me count the breath for you first. So let's begin. Inhale. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 3, 2, 1, and continue at this pace. Now, as you gently inhale, just feel the breath travel all the way to the bottom of the lungs, expanding your rib cage. And as you gently exhale, just feel all the stress and tension slowly flowing out of the body. Now, as you inhale, let the breath travel all the way to the belly. And as you exhale, shoulders are relaxing, the joints are relaxing, and you feel everything going a little bit slower. Now, as you inhale, let the ribcage expand, and the spine starts to lengthen upwards. We're growing taller and sitting taller as we inhale. Just follow your own pace. And as you exhale, just feel that the mind's becoming a little bit more calm and everything seems a little slower, a little quieter. Like there's this nice silent bubble around you. And you're just pushing all the stress, all the worries out of your bubble and you're just feeling relaxed and mind's calm, breathing's relaxed, the body's relaxed. And let's take 2 more deep breaths. And 1 more breath. And now let's just gently open our eyes and continue with our relaxed breathing. And just enjoy the rhythm. Okay, so when we inhale, make sure that the breath travels all the way to the bottom of the lungs so you get the full lung capacity. And as you exhale, exhale gently, not in one breath, like that, okay? So just gently let it out. So we always have a very, very steady airflow, and as you breathe this way, you also feel that the body is very relaxed. Very important when we want to hold hard poses. Okay, we have to relax so that you don't burn up oxygen so fast. Okay, now let's begin with stretching up our neck. So let's turn our head to the right. So remember, we're still sitting upright. We're looking to the right to stretch out our side neck muscles. 2 more breaths and 1 more breath. Now we turn and look to the left. And then feeling the nice gentle stretch into the side of the neck. 2 more breaths. And 1 more breath. Now from here, look back to the front. Let's stretch out our shoulders. We open up our arms, shoulder level, palms facing up. Then we bend the elbows, bring the fingers back towards the shoulders. From here, as we exhale, bring the elbows together. Now as we inhale, bring the arms and elbows up over the head. Then bring it back. So we stretch the elbows back all the way so you feel the stretch here. And then exhale back to the front. Let's do 2 more. Inhale up. And then to the back, give it a good stretch, and then to the front, and 1 more. Inhale up, and then all the way to the back and to the front. Now let's reverse. As we inhale, bring the elbows back, so feel the stretch on the shoulders and the chest, and up. Exhale down. 2 more. Inhale to the back, and up. Exhale down, and last one, inhale to the back, and up, and exhale, and down, and release. Okay, now we're going to do a little stretch for our lower back. So stretch the hands up, and then we're going to stretch the hands forwards. Okay, so just reach forwards. What we want is length. So we want to go in front, in front, in front, in front, in front, and then palms on the ground. Now from here, we relax the neck and shoulders first, because sometimes we don't realize it, we're always tensing our shoulders. So relax the neck, relax the shoulders. Now we focus on lengthening the lower back. So make sure the hip bones are on the mat, they don't leave the mat. And then as you exhale, the belly softens because the air comes out, then you walk the fingers in front. Then now you're feeling shoulders stretching a little bit more already. And then the lower back also starting to feel quite good. Now let's do 2 more breaths. Exhale, soften the belly, walk the hands forwards a little more, hip bones grounded on the mat. And one last breath. Inhale, stretch a little bit more. Now the shoulders starting to really feel stretched already, and the lower back. And now as we inhale, we're going to roll the hip forwards into all 4 positions. Okay, so if you have trouble rolling the hip, don't worry. Just use whatever your favorite way to come into this position. And now, let's make sure that we have a nice all 4. So what's a nice all 4? Imagine that you're a table. So we don't want our hands to be too wide or too narrow. So make sure it's shoulder width apart. So we follow the shoulder, and from the side, it's going to be shoulder over the wrist, the hip over the knee. Now from here, we're going to warm our spine up. Still early in the morning, so some of you just woke up. So make sure that the feet is pressed on the mat. As we inhale, we arch the spine. So we call this a cow pose because we have the curve in the back like the cow. Okay, so we're going to stay here for a while so you can get the feel of this position. Hip push up to the sky. Then we lift the chest facing forwards, your gaze is forwards. And then we are slowly stretching out the space between our vertebra. So let's spend a couple of breaths here. Just get used to it. As you inhale, we keep pushing the hip up, keep stretching the chest to the front. So it's going to feel quite good later on. Now, we're going to reverse the motion. Now we do cat pose. As you slowly exhale, we suck in the belly, we round the spine, tuck the chin in, like you're looking to your belly button. We're going to stay here a few rounds or so you can get the feeling of the position. So the shoulders push up to the sky. Imagine that you're trying to push the middle of your back up to the ceiling. And then there's a very nice relaxing stretch in your lower back as well. And then as you exhale, you suck in the belly, push up more. Now the shoulders are stretching it even more. Let's do 1 more breath. Exhale and push and stretch and stretch. Later on, this is very important. And then inhale back to the center. And now you feel with those 2 stretch already start to warm up. Now we're going to warm up the muscles supporting our spine. We do a bird dog position. We're going to hold longer today because this is an important position, especially if you're doing balancing. So right hand forwards, extend the left leg back. So right hand, left leg. Now today we're going to extend this position. So look forwards slightly, and then you try to stretch the hand forwards. At the same time, the toes stretch to the back. It's like you're trying to stretch your body long. So you use muscle today. So fingers stretch forward, the toes stretch back. At the same time, we're trying to maintain the balance. So you can feel a lot of things are working now. And then remember the breathing in the beginning. Let's do this. Inhale. 3, 2, 1. Keep stretching the body. Exhale. 3, 2, 1. One more breath. Inhale. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 3, 2, 1. And slowly hand down, knee down. We go back to child's pose for a couple of breaths first. Go back to child's pose, reset the body. So even if you're not moving, you can feel that just by stretching your fingers and toes, a lot of effort going in. Okay, inhale back up to center. And that's what we're going to focus on. So simple changes to your technique make a lot of difference to how it feels. Okay, now left hand, right leg back. Now remember, you want to stretch your finger to the front and then the toe stretch to the back like you're trying to stretch the body longer. So 1, 2, 3 and stretch. Look to the front and now add in the breathing. I will count for you over 3 breaths. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Keep stretching. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. You don't feel the stretching, it doesn't count. And inhale, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. One last breath. Inhale, keep stretching. And last exhalation, we keep stretching, stretching, stretching. And exhale, hand down, knee down. Go back to child's pose. Now you find that your child's pose or shoulders all very extended already. Very good. Now inhale, back up to center. So we done our stretching, we use a lot of muscles to stretch. Now we do the opposite motion. We use our muscles to compress ourselves in and feel how to use the belly. Later when you do chaturanga, this feeling is very important. So let's practice it now. Now from here, remember the cat pose? Do the cat pose that we just did. Suck in the belly, round the back. Remember, the middle of the spine, we push up to the ceiling. Then we tuck the chin in. Now, we bring the right knee to the chest and we hold it here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, exhale, right knee to chest. Now, push the middle of the spine up to the ceiling wall. So you feel very strong position. Breathe. Most important, breathe. We hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then slowly the knee down. And then inhale, we're back to our tabletop. Let's catch 2 breaths here, then we switch to the left knee. Okay, 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Now we switch to left knee. So cat pose first. 1, 2, 3. Exhale, cat pose. Tuck the chin in, shoulder strong. Now left knee to chest. Bring the left knee closer. We hold it here. Stretch up. Okay, and we hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, left knee down. Come back to tabletop and then breathe. Now the next one, we increase the difficulty level. We go back to our right knee, but now we bring the left elbow touch the right knee. Okay, and then we're going to hold it. So it requires control now. Exhale, curl the spine in, tuck the chin, everything stronger. We bring right knee to chest. Now we bring left elbow touch the right knee. Okay, hold it here. Keep pushing the middle of the spine up to the sky. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, back to tabletop and then breathe. Let's catch 2 breaths here. So you're not moving much, but a lot of muscles are working now. Okay, now we switch left knee and right elbow. Now, cat curl. Okay, everything strong. Bring left knee to chest. Everything still working. Right elbow to left knee. Okay, so spine push up to the sky and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, hand down, knee down. Let's go back to child's pose. Good job, everybody. Okay, 2 more breaths, 1 more breath, and now from here back to all 4 position. It's time to stretch the body up. So let's tuck the toes in. We're going to warm the thighs up. So lift the knees 2 inches off the ground. 2 knees off the ground, shoulder working, so you feel that the whole body is warming up. We hold here for 2 breaths. 1 more breath. Now straighten the legs, push the hip up and back. So we're using our hip. Now we get used to the feeling, hip up and back, downward facing dog. Okay, let's do this a few times. From here, inhale, we come back to all 4 with the knees off the ground. We come back to this, but the knee don't touch the ground. Still the 2 inch. Remember, we were here, hold here. Now, straighten the legs. Get used to the feeling of using your hip to pull. So we don't push with the hand. We use our hip to pull us back, downward facing dog. Okay, let's do 3 more times together. Inhale, come forwards, all 4 with the knee off the ground. My knee not touching the ground. Exhale, hip push back. So it's the hip moving, not the arm. Your arm just straight on it. You push the shoulder back. Okay, 2 more. Inhale, come down, all 4. The knee don't touch the ground. Exhale, use the hip to pull you back and up. So the hip is pulling up and pulling back. So the shoulders are relaxed. We're able to pull back a lot. Last one. Inhale, come down, all four, knee off the ground. Exhale, hip back, straighten the legs, reach the shoulders back. That's right. Now we walk the hands. Hands walk, walk, walk to the feet. All the way to the feet, just let the whole body hang down. Relax the neck and shoulders. Hands on the shin, inhale. We roll the body up. And then we raise the hands over the head, interlace the fingers. Push the palms up. Give yourself a good stretch, okay? Especially after all the time you spend on the ground. 1, 2, 3, inhale, push the palms up, lengthen the spine. Now let's add our feet in. So the heels on the ground, lift the heels off the ground, push the palms up. So we're getting a nice balance through the body, a lot of muscles working. Hold here, 2 more breaths. Keep pushing your hands up, balance on your toes. 1 more breath. Exhale, feet down, hands down. And then let's come to the front of the mat. We begin our sun salutations. Okay, so we check first, feet facing forwards, hands to the heart center. Now inhale, raise the hands out, lift the chest, lengthen the spine. Okay, so today the first one we will do slower. I will tell you what to engage now. The fingers, no rubber fingers, energy through the fingers. So imagine that your fingers are trying to pull your arm and pull the chest up. So it's the fingers pulling you up. Immediately when you stretch the fingers up, you feel that you're able to very easily stretch the arm. It's like your chest also very easy to lift up. So it's not pushing yourself up, it is your fingers pulling you up. Then you feel the difference in the spine as well. Okay, so this is how to get a good extended stretch whenever you have your hands up. 1 more breath. Now, keeping the leg in the spine, we are going to bend from the waist. So from here, we fold. So my legs still straight, I use my hip, I push it back. I push it back to try to reach the ground. Let's say if I can't reach the ground, you can reach, just place it here. Cannot reach, hands on the shin, that's fine. And then we just stay here and let the body stretch out. So the purpose of this is just to stretch out your hamstrings, relax the neck and shoulders. 1 more breath. Now the right leg step back, 1 big step into a low lunge. Okay, so the heel is working now. Our right thigh push back. Lift the chest, chest pulling to the front. So we're always using a lot of strength to stretch the body out. It's not like the position just here, very relaxed. No position is relaxed. All position muscle engaged. So this position, thigh push back, chest lift to the front. It's like somebody's pulling your chest to the front. We're trying to lengthen the whole front of our body. 1 more breath. Now, right knee drop to the ground. 2 hands on the left knee. We come up into a lunge, relaxed lunge position. Toes point to the back. Okay, now if your knee hurts in this position, you take a cushion or a pillow and put it under your knee now, or you can fold your mat. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to stretch out our right hip flexor, always a tight part. Now, right hip flexor only here, drop. So we're dropping this part to the ground, upper body relax. We focus on one area to stretch at a time. Stretch too many areas, your body gets confused. Not only you get confused, your body also gets confused. Feel the stretch here, try to drop it lower, breathe. And our relaxed breathing. 1 more breath. Okay, now inhale, we come back up, let the muscle relax first. Okay, now on the second round, because you let it relax, it's going to feel better. So let's do it now from here. Here only, right hip flexor drop. Okay, and still the upper body is relaxed. Then you already feel that can go a little bit lower already. Okay, 1 more deep breath, come back up. Now the last one, we're going to raise our hands up into Anjaneyasana. So right hip drop all the way, okay? And then you try, breathe, drop it further. Let's add our hands in. Straighten the arms, chest facing up. Inhale, bring the hands up. Remember, energy to the fingers. The fingers are lifting the body up. Okay, now we deepen the posture. Exhale, right hip drop lower. Inhale, fingers lift the chest higher. Anjaneyasana for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, we bring the hands down. Now let's stretch out our spine. Right palm on the ground, the left hand on the knee. We drop the right hip again. Here, drop again. Use the left hand, twist. Then you can feel already maybe a lot of things are cracking. Okay, that's what we want. Left palm, exhale, twist more. Okay, use your breath to help you. Now, exhale, twist more, chest raising up to the sky if you can. 2 more breaths, the right hip still dropping. 1 more breath. Okay, let's release. Release, right foot on the ground, lift the back knee off, 2 hands on the ground, step back, downward facing dog. Okay, let's go for deeper downward dog. Bend the both knees, shoulders extend to the back as far as you can. Straighten the legs again. Remember to use the hip, push up and to the back. Get a nice length to the body. So we're trying to make maximum use out of every posture. Okay, and 2 more breaths. So downward dog, we are stretching where? Our shoulder blades. 1 more breath. Good. Now inhale, we come forward to plank. So adjust your feet if you need to. Let's make a good plank. Okay, so adjust your feet. So now, first thing to note in plank, later we're doing a lot. Shoulder push up to the sky. So engage the shoulder like machine. Push the shoulder up. Next is the thigh is very important. So we want to push the thighs to the back. Like you see my heel, like I'm trying to reach the heel to the back. So straighten the legs, push the heels to the back. We're on the ball of our feet. Shoulder push up. You will feel very firm. Okay, 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Now, knee down to the ground. We are back to all 4 position. Now let's get our core. So today, no knee chest chain. We're going to do upward dog. So we remember the cat curl we did. Do a light cat curl now. Light cat curl. Light one only. No need to do until like that. Light one. Then we look forward slightly, about 6 inches in front of the hand. Now we practice right hand up. Okay, so now your abdominals have to hold the position. If you're holding correctly, this is very simple. If you're not holding it, you're going to feel wobbly. Okay, so like cat curl, hold the hand. Let's keep holding it here. Should be no effort if you're holding it correctly. Let's switch hands. Right hand down, left hand up. Still holding the cat curl. If you feel wobbly, hand down, reset the cat curl, left hand. Okay, so you feel that, Okay, very nice. Now left hand down. Now we apply the whole thing to our plank. So again, all 4 positions, do the light cat curl. Light cat curl, okay? Stretch 1 leg back. Don't let go of your cat curl. Stretch 2 leg back. Don't let go of your cat curl, So shoulder strong, Now, right hand forwards. Lift it up. The abdominals are holding you up now. Same principle, right hand up. Okay, let's breathe. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Right hand down. Knee down. Let's go back to child's pose to take a short break first. Okay, after this, we're going to stretch our wrists. Don't worry. And 1 more breath. Now, inhale. We come back into our all 4. Now, we do the left hand. So, again, do the light cat curl. So, you can feel the stomach already tense up. Then, we stretch 1 leg back. We stretch 2 legs back into our plank. Remember, shoulders are working. The cat curl is working. Left hand up. So if you're holding everything correctly, this is going to feel not very difficult to do. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left hand down. Knee down. Okay, let's catch our breath. Okay, now and then we roll out to kneeling position. Okay, now come into kneeling position, sit back onto your heels. Now if your ankles hurt you, you can take your pillow and place it under your ankles or under the buttocks here, depending on where it hurts. If the knee hurts, then you put the pillow under the hips. Okay, if the ankle hurts, put the pillow under your ankles. If not, then remain here. It's good to stretch the ankles. Next is we bring the thighs together. Palms on the thighs. Let's stretch our wrists first. So first, interlace the fingers. Make a fist, elbows together, and then slowly, we do it slowly, get the full range of motion. So this is to relax the wrist tendons. We've been spending a lot of time on all 4, so let's stretch it out first, and then other side. So on your own every day, you also try to do this to prevent wrist injuries from overworking, especially if you're typing a lot every day. And then release, then we bring the back of the hands out, back of the hands, press together. You bring the forearm to shoulder level, press together, we are stretching the top of the wrist. If you want a stronger stretch, you bring the wrist higher. It's too much for you, you bring it lower. So you can control, but do this a few times a day, especially if you are working on the keyboard a lot. Okay, and one more breath, release. You feel now it's nice and relaxed. Now we want to stretch the bottom of our wrist tendon. Okay, so what do? At shoulder level, interlace the fingers. Then the thumbs are pointing towards my chest. See the thumbs pointing towards your own chest. We bring the thumbs and touch the chest first. Look forwards. Now, as you exhale, we push the thumbs away from the chest. See, my thumb, I push away, but the thumbs are still facing towards me. And then you try to straighten your arms as much as possible. Where are we stretching? The bottom of the wrist. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, bring the thumbs back to the chest. Now, exhale, push it away. Stretch the bottom of the wrist. Also very important if you're working on the keyboard a lot every day. Let's do 1 more. Inhale to the chest, exhale, push it away. That's right, stretch the bottom of the wrist and then slowly release. Okay, now let's continue with our warm-up. We're still only on the first half. So we only, I think, do 1 round of it. Okay, so we are here. Then we did the one hand, and now we are going to do the half chaturanga using the cat pose. Let's practice now. All 4 positions. Then we do the light cat curl. Okay, light cat curl. Now we lower down halfway. So the chest is going forwards. Going forwards, Okay, now cat curl. Pull yourself up, all 4 positions. Okay, let's try that again. So listen to me. All 4. Do the cat curl in. Okay, now bend the elbow. Elbow close to the ribs. Bend the elbow, look forwards, lean the chest forward. So my chest is going forwards, not too low. Now do a cat curl. Use the stomach to pull you back up to straight. Let's do 2 more together. Okay, cat curl, bend the elbow, chest is going forwards, half chaturanga, feet on the ground. Cat curl, pull yourself up. Last one. Okay, do the light cat curl. Look in front, chest travel forward, elbows next to your ribs. Cat curl, come back up. Okay, very nice. Now from here, tucking your toes, go back to downward facing dog. Stretch the right leg up, 3-leg downward dog. Okay, now from here we bring the right knee to the chest. Remember we did this on the ground. Now we bring it in a extended position. Right knee to chest. Whole body come forward like you do single leg plank. So you see, by this motion, my knee is almost to my feet, and then just step forwards. So that's how you travel your leg easily, by using the core, which is the cat pose. So very useful now, your cat pose. Now look in front, same thing, lean the body forwards, and then the left leg is very light. Exhale, relax the neck and shoulders. Hands on the shins, support the spine. Inhale, straighten out the body. Bring the hands over the head, interlace the fingers again. Push the palms up. Stretch the whole body out. Because we did so much cat curl, so we stretch the body out. Then we raise the heels. Heels come off the ground again. So you feel like, oh, okay, whole body stretching very long now. 1 more breath. Exhale down. Bring the hands to the heart center. Now let's do the left hand side. So you remain where you are. I will just turn this side so I can show you on the left hand side. From here, inhale, hands up again. Remember, energy to the fingers. Fingers stretching the whole body up. So you feel everything is very nice and light and relaxed, like you're trying to fly into the sky. 1 more breath, and then we bend for the waist. Whole halfway, push the hip back, reach the fingers to the ground. Left leg, 1 big step. Left thigh keep pushing to the back. Push to the back. Remember, we are using a lot of muscle to stretch our body. So remember, rope push, pulling your chest forwards. We're looking forwards, the left thigh pushing back. We're stretching out our hip first. 1 more breath. Then the left knee on the ground. Point the toes back. 2 hands on the right knee. Come up into your relaxed lunging position. Now left hip here only, we drop. That's right, and then breathe. So you can feel the difference now. The right hand side we stretch so many times it already feels comfortable. Left side haven't stretched yet. Suddenly feel tight again. Okay, inhale, come back up. Now second round is going to feel better already. So second round, left hip drop. Focus everything on the left hip. Upper body relaxed. The breathing is relaxed. And then we try to keep dropping. So we use the glutes to push the hip down. Stretch here. One more breath. Inhale, come back up. And the last one, we drop, we bring our hands up. So, left hip here, drop. Okay, now we try, drop further. Okay, then extend the arms, chest lifting up to the sky. Inhale, stretch the fingers up. Now let's deepen the posture. Exhale, left hip drop further. Inhale, fingers stretch the chest up higher. Hold here. Anjali-sana for 5, drop the hip further. 4, lift the chest higher. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, hands down to the ground. And now we're going to twist our spine the other side. So the right palm on your right knee, we drop the left hip first. Now, press the palm and inhale, turn the chest, look up. Use the right hand to help you push. Okay, now, left hip drop further. Inhale and twist. Okay, one more. Twist, turn the chest up to the sky. Maybe second round you get more cracking and then slowly release. Okay, bring the back knees up. We step the right leg back, downward facing dog. And then we're going to stretch our shoulders one time. Bend both knees, stretch the shoulder back, straighten the legs again. Get a good stretch to the shoulders. Take your time whenever we want to stretch. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Okay, now knee down to the ground. So on the second round, we already warm up our half chaturanga. So now we add a upward dog to it. Okay, and we're going to practice this 5 times. So it's good for our shoulder strength. Now from here, again, do the light cat curl. Okay, I switch out this position so that I can see everybody. Okay, from here, do the light cat curl. Remember? Then we don't do the leg back. Then we go half chaturanga down. Okay, now from here, inhale, we come back up. Use the cat pose. Okay, now stretch 1 leg back. Stretch 2 leg back. So we're back to the plank. Remember, we were doing this just now. Okay, now don't do the full chaturanga now. Slowly, do the cat curl. Just go as slow as you can manage. Now, lift the chest, drop the hip. That's all. So we are here. We go down here. Then we do this. Okay, now faster. Go back to downward facing dog. Stretch the body up. Okay, let's do this a few more times. And I will walk you through what you are going to feel. Inhale. Come forward to plank. Do the light cat curl. Everything's working. Now, bend the elbow. You come down a little bit also, never mind. Okay? Bend the elbow, look forward, chaturanga. Now faster. Drop the hip and lift the chest. So 2 at one side. I drop the hip, lift the chest. My toes don't move. So what is this? Upward dog. Straight away you got upward dog already. Now we use the hip. This part here. Hip lift up and pull back into downward dog. That's why just now we did the practice. Remember this one? We did this. It's the same motion. We use the hip to lift up. Let's do 3 more. Get the feel of this. Inhale. Come forward to plank. Do the light cat curl. Bend the elbow. Half chaturanga. Just a little bit will do. Now drop your hip. Lift the chest. The thigh is off the ground. Roll the shoulders back. Now hold longer. Lift the chest higher. Stretch the neck up. Hip drop by hip. Don't touch the ground. Now use the hip. Exhale. Use the hip to pull you back. Stretch the shoulders long. Stay here for 5 breaths. Rest first. Then we do 3 more. A little bit faster, non-stop. And 2 more breaths. Catch your breath. In downward dog. 1 more breath. After this, we stretch our wrists again. Now from here, let's do this. Inhale. Come forward to plank. Do the cat pose, so it's a strong plank. Bend the elbow, chest go forward, chaturanga. Inhale, drop the hip, lift the chest, upward dog. Hold here for 1 breath. Now use the hip. Exhale, use the hip to pull you back. Not the arm pusher, the hip pull you back. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Inhale, come to plank. Do the cat curl, hold the body firm. Bend the elbow, chaturanga. Inhale, lift the chest, drop the hip down. Good. Exhale. Use the hip, pull you back. 2 more. Let's keep going. Inhale. Come forward, plank. Use the cat curl. Strong plank. Bend the elbow, chaturanga. Inhale. Drop the hip. Lift the chest. Upward dog. Exhale. Use the hip to pull you back. Downward dog. Last one. Then we rest. Inhale. Come forward to plank. Do the cat curl. Strong plank. Bend the elbow. Go down. Chaturanga. Inhale, drop the hip, lift the chest, upward dog. Exhale, use the hip to pull you back, downward facing dog. From here, knee down to the ground. Go back to child's pose. Catch your breath in child's pose. Let's take 3 breaths here. Deep breath, like in the beginning of the class, long, slow breathing. 2 more deep breath. 1 more breath. And now from here, slowly we roll back up to kneeling position. Okay? Sit back on the heels, upright, and then we go through our wrist stretch again. Interlace fingers, elbows together, slowly stretch the wrist. Take your time. So you can feel when you slowly stretch, it starts to loosen up. Okay, so we need to do it slowly and get a full stretch. Now reverse. What we're doing is restoring circulation, loosening up first. And then we apply a stronger stretch. Back of the hands pressed together. Because if we go straight to this stretch, sometimes it's a bit too strong. So we need to loosen it up. Now it feels good. Okay, release. Interlace, thumbs pointing to yourself. Well, we do 3 times. Thumbs to the chest, exhale, push the thumbs away. Stretch the bottom of the wrist, because there also, when you do chaturangas, there's a lot of strain. Inhale to the chest, exhale, push it away. And last one, inhale to the chest, exhale, push it away. Keep stretching, stretching, stretching. So remember, every time you stretch, use some strength. Okay, and then release. So, what's next? We're going to go back down to the ground and then finish off our vinyasa by stepping the left leg forwards. Then we are done, huh? Okay, from here, we do one more last one. Come back to all 4 position. So we do what we just did, and then we finish off the sequence. Tuck in the toes, lift the knees up. Remember we did this? Use the hip, pull you back, downward facing dog, okay? Now inhale, come forward to plank. Good. Tuck in the core, strong plank. Go down, chaturanga. Drop the hip, lift the chest up, upward dog. Exhale, use the hip, pull you back, downward facing dog. Now, left leg up, 3 leg downward dog. Bring the left knee to the chest. Okay, now whole body come forwards like you're doing a single leg plank. Then we just step the left foot forwards. So you can see we're using our body to bring our leg forwards. Now look in front, lift the chin up, look in front, lean the body forwards. When you lean your body forwards, automatically your body will pull the right foot forward. So very light. Exhale, fold, relax the neck and shoulders. Hands on the shin. Inhale, roll the body up. Bring the hands over the head. Interlace the fingers. Push the palms up. Lengthen the whole spine. Take 1 more breath. Lengthen the whole spine. Now add in your heels. Come up on your tippy toes. Keep pushing up. Feel the whole body very nice and long. 1 more breath. Exhale, heel down, hands down. Okay, good job everybody. Let's take a 1-minute water break. So grab a sip of water, wipe your sweat down, and then we go into our arm balance. Okay, because now the shoulders and the wrists all warm up already. See you right here shortly, huh? Okay, so now everybody that has now you got the intermission, so whoever haven't switched on camera, now is the time you warm up already, because we're going to go into technical work. So if you want me to like check out your posture for you, then you just switch it on. Make sure that you can see the mat, because we are doing groundwork now. And another thing is, you can also feel that you don't need to do like 108 sun salutations to warm your body up. If you do it correctly, we just did 1 round already. Actually, the whole time we just did 1 round. In between, of course, we did a lot of work. But if you apply your strength to every posture, 1 round is all it needs. Because we are really using our strength. Everything we try to stretch, everything we try to compress. So you can feel there's a lot of effort going in. Now, using everything we learned, especially the cat pose, okay? We are going to today do our high crane. We call it a crane position. So this one is slightly different from our yogi squat. So this one is, we're going to come up into our downward dog position. Okay, and then so you watch me first, and then I'm going to look forwards. I am going to walk in on my tippy toes. So I'm going to walk in on my tippy toes, bend the elbows a little bit. Walk. I try to get my knee all the way to the armpit. So you can also start from squat position. Maybe we start from squat position. For some of you, this will be easier. We come to a squat, any squat, palms down on the ground. So make sure it's shoulder level. Then we try to get the knee as close to the armpit as possible. Okay? Now, we look forwards. Look forwards, and then come out your tippy toes, still looking forwards, and then we just lean. And then bring one toe up, keep leaning, two toe up, press the toes together. To come down, one toe, two toe, then come back to your squat. Okay, and then rest, and then you try again. So let's try together slowly. Okay, so this is an alternate way of coming up from what we've been doing before. From a easy squat position, heels off the ground, place your palms down. Okay, so now we set up. We try to get the knee onto the tricep. So now it's not on the outside, we are balancing on the tricep. So maybe painful for a few of you. Get it close to the armpit. Then we lean forwards. So it's a body weight, it's an arm balance, not arm strength. Lean forwards. We're using the cat pose to hold our core in. Look forwards. Just keep leaning until you feel the one toe come up. Keep leaning forwards, two toe come up. Press your toes together. And then, once you're upright, very important, imagine you're trying to claw the mat. So your fingertips press into the mat. Okay? And then, for the next 4 minutes, own practice. 4 minutes, keep doing. Hold the balance, come down, rest again, and then you try. What you try is, you don't have to hold very long. Get the feeling of going up, coming back down, rest, go up, come down. It's the going up part that is challenging for a lot of people. Once you're up there, holding not so much of a problem, but get used to going up and coming down so that for your own practice, it's easy to replicate. Okay? So now it's your turn. Okay, so look in front. Remember, don't look at the ground. Always we try to look in front, because when you look at the ground, your head position very short. The moment you lift up the head, go down first one. Okay, so we look in front. We call this arm balance. Why? Because what we want to do is, this is your hands. We want to stretch our body in front so much that your body weight will lift your legs off the ground by itself. That's why we have to lean forwards until, my toe want to come off already. It come off by itself, then you lean some more. Then the two toe come off already. Then you press together. When you press together, you're able to use your core and pull the whole body in, then you feel very firm. If not, then you'll feel very wobbly. Then the hand have to do a lot of work. Okay? So, everybody look at me. So I'm talking as you should be doing. Okay, chop, come. Remember, claw hand, finger press on the work. Press the finger, not only your palm down. Then you press the fingers into the mat. Because this is your balance. Because when you press your fingers, instead of just your palm area, you can balance. Now, when you press down, what happens? I have my whole hand here, like your feet size, balancing yourself. Then you feel very firm. If just your palm there is like very short, it's like you're trying to balance like tippy toe like that, But when you press your fingers down, suddenly it's like I got my whole foot on the ground very firm. So you use the fingers. It expands the area of your balance. Okay, good. Now you just keep leaning forwards only. So remember, we want to lean forwards until the toes naturally feel like coming up by itself. Very nice leaning. So remember, okay, so also leaning, also to note that don't go up two toes at a time. Why? If I want to lift up two toes at a time, you see, my two toes come up. What happens? There is forward momentum. Because suddenly it's like trying to jump forwards. Then you have to control yourself from falling. But it's a balance. Therefore, I have to lean forwards until one toe comes up. Now I hold this to make sure that I am well balanced. I'm not going forward. I'm balanced where I am. So that, see my other toe, I just lift it up. That's all. I don't have to jump, I just lift it up. But if I want to bring two toes, then immediately I feel like I'm going to fall forward. Then I have to press very hard. So lift up one toe at a time, not two. Okay? One toe at a time allows you to get the balance first. Then you just have to flip the other toe up. Then it becomes a very graceful process. So Sulo, stop, hands too wide. Hands shoulder level. When it's too wide, you have a lot of strain on the outside of your wrist. Also quite hard to balance. Bring it in because why? If it's out here, everything is open out like that. So cannot balance. So we want to squeeze it in. So shoulder level so that your knees are hip level as well. So when you place here, everything is squeezing instead of opening up. So you imagine that this is the ground. If I open up, I will look like this. Wow, look a bit strange already. So we close it up like that. Then everything is nice and tucked in. Okay? Okay, let's go. Okay, so still got a few minutes. So everything we work through today is to leading to this point. So everything we learn today, the cat pose, the arm strength, bringing the knee in, everything is all related. Good. Look forwards and lean forwards. Very nice, Mei Feng. Okay, slowly, Lily. Okay, just lean forwards. Bring the knees higher. Lily, come down again. Okay, come down again, Lily. Okay, so why you're struggling is your knee is at here. When the knee is here, you come up, so you see, it already feels like it's going to slide off. I have a very low position. So I want to get all the way up to my armpit if I can. So you just armpit. So keep it up here. So when it comes in a high position, if it's here, you come up, it already feels like it's going to slide off. And you already feel that you're very close. So we want the knee as close to the armpit as possible. Okay, let's do the last one. I know it's quite challenging. So don't worry, we will explore this again over the next few weeks because in 1 week it's hard to get everything. Good. And just lean. Very nice. Already looking better, Lily. Yes. Lean. Careful. Good. Yes. Okay, very nice, Pamela. Okay, so now for those of you, now all this again, you won't catch it in one class, so don't pressure yourself. Nothing was built in 1 day. Now what I want to impart to you is, everything that you experience today is how to do this. And it's for your own practice now. So, how to be good at it, you have to do it like 100 times, 200 times. So how do all the teachers make it look easy? They've probably done it thousands of times. That's why whenever you do anything thousands of times, you will be good no matter what. Okay? So, important thing to note is, once you have your feet up, a lot of you can get your feet up already. Feet up, press your toes together once it's up. Because when your feet are apart, you always feel it's wobbly one, but you have no balance. The moment you press your feet in, you feel the inner thighs can engage. Everything can squeeze in, then you'll feel very balanced. So remember, once it's up, press the toes together. You'll feel it's totally different one. Okay, from here, let's stretch our poor body out. So let's stretch the wrist first. Okay, interlace the fingers, elbows together. Let's stretch out the poor wrist. So always do this step also whenever you do a lot of arm exercise. Your wrist feel pain in this sequence. First you roll it, then opposite side. Loosen up the wrist tendons first. So always relax it first. Then press the back of the hands. Why? Because we're like that, there's a lot of compression here, then we need to reverse it. That's why when you stretch it like that, it feels very, very good. It's an exact opposite motion. And then also gentle breathing. Take your time when you stretch. So don't rush. We spend a lot of time on the wrist. So therefore, when you stretch, you also need to spend a lot of time stretching your back. Okay, and then release. Next, interlace the fingers. Thumbs pointing to yourself, because just now when you did this, when you move around, it's actually a lot of strain on the bottom. So we need to stretch it out. So stretch it out, thumb pointing to yourself. You try to straighten your arms as much as you can. Okay, and then inhale, thumbs to chest, exhale, push it away again, and let's hold this for a little bit longer. Okay, 2 more breaths, and 1 more breath. And then we slowly release. Okay, now from here we're going to come down to the ground because we spend a lot of time like that. So therefore, here is all very compressed already. We want to stretch out the front of our abdominals again. So bend the knees, we roll down to the ground, walk the feet in. We will do 1 bridge first, and then we do about 5 or 6 hip rolls to fully loosen up the body. Walk the heels in, toes facing forwards, palms on the ground. From here, Tailbone roll up. We start from the tailbone, the last bone between the buttock. So we roll up, tailbone, roll up. Okay, keep the thighs squeezing. You feel the glutes all engaged. We're using our glute strength to stretch the front of our body. We hold here for 2 more breaths and 1 more breath. Then exhale, we roll down from the middle back, the lower back, then only the tailbone. So it's like that. We scoop up the tailbone, then we scoop down. Now we do 5 non-stop. Then you feel it's very relaxed already. From here, tailbone, inhale, scoop up. Then we hold here for 1 breath. Okay, so you feel the tension. Now, lower down from the middle back, the lower back, the tailbone. Let's do 4 more non-stop. Inhale, we scoop the tailbone up. Hold here for 1 breath. Then lower, middle back, lower back, tailbone. Let's keep going. Inhale, we scoop up. Hold for 1 breath. Exhale, slowly scoop down. 3 more. Inhale, scoop the tailbone up. Hold here for 1 breath. And then exhale, slowly scoop the tailbone down. Last 2. Inhale, slowly scoop up. Feel the tension. Exhale, slowly scoop down. Last 1. Inhale, we scoop up. Okay, now feel all the things working. Exhale, we slowly scoop down. And now, let's bring both the knees to the chest. Hug the knees to the chest slightly. So we press the thigh into the belly. Now from here, exhale, bring the chin up to the knee. So we're stretching out our whole body. 2 more breaths, 1 more breath. Now from here, drop the head, drop the feet, stretch the legs out into Savasana. Stretch the legs out all the way, open up the feet to the edge of the mat, relax your feet out to the sides, relax your thighs, relax your belly, relax your chest, relax the arms so the palms are facing up to the sky. Now shoulders pull down away from the ears, pull towards your feet, and then finally raise the head off the ground, turn the head, look to the right, turn the head, look to the left, and then drop the head again so that the neck is fully relaxed. Gently close your eyes. If you have a towel, you can use a towel to cover your eyes now. And just take a minute or 2 in Savasana. So today we actually use a lot of strength. That's why today we will do a Savasana together so that at least you can recover your energy for the day ahead. And now we go back to our breathing in the beginning of the class. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. And continue at this pace. As you inhale, just let the breath flow all the way to your fingers and toes, re-energizing your body. And as you gently exhale, just feel all the tiredness, all the effort flowing out of your body. And as you inhale, you feel the energy of the morning flowing into your body, making you ready for the day ahead. And as you exhale, all the stress, all the tension, all the worries are just melting away so that you're fully ready and in a good mood to face the rest of the day. And just focus on your breath and your heartbeat. Now let's take our final 2 deep breaths here. And 1 more deep breath. Now from here, let's gently wriggle our fingers and toes to bring the sensation back to the body. Let's take our time here, no rush. And let's bring our thighs together. So close the legs, thighs together. Extend the arms over the head. Now as you inhale, straight, give the whole body a good stretch. Again, 1 more breath and stretch out the whole body so that it's nice and loose and relaxed, especially after all the cat curls we did today. And then we bend the knee 1 at a time. Keep the right arm straight. Whole body roll over to the right hand side. Rest the head on the right arm for a while. Let's stay here for 2 breaths. 1 more breath. Now we use the left hand to gently push on the ground and we slowly come back up into our nice seated crossing position. So now we're back to where we started from. So palms on the knees to support the spine upright. Now should be very strong already, yeah? And then shoulders relaxed, eyes closed gently. And from here, let's take 3 breaths to fully relax our body and in our practice for this morning. First breath, inhale deeply, exhale completely. Second breath, inhale deeply, exhaling completely, and final breath, inhale deeply, exhaling completely. Let's bring our hands to our heart. Namaste and thank you everyone for joining me this morning. I hope you had a good workout, and also more importantly is to get a little insight of, if you want to practice, what are the muscles to engage. Okay, so muscle engagement is very important. So sometimes you need a pose, it's not just do, and then you wonder why everything hurts. Every position we have to understand what muscle we are using, what we are engaging, everything is involved. Then you find things become easier. Okay, so before you go on, let's all come to the camera. Let's take a photo together. Especially some of you are new to the class. Let's take a photo to commemorate your class days. So everybody with like a camera, and some is switching on now. Then we come closer. Then we can smile nicely instead of taking photo when everybody like very tired. We make sure that pose nicely first. Okay, everybody ready? Yeah. Okay, I will take 2 I will count. Okay, ready? 1. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Smile. Okay, one more. 1, 2, 3, and smile. Okay, I hope I didn't mess up, but thank you everyone. And in case I mess up, then somebody can also take one of your own. And I hope to see you again. Tonight, 7:30, there's a special Tabata with yoga. You can check for the links, or you can ask me for the links. And then if not, then I will see you again. There's class tomorrow morning. It's a new class, 7:30 in the morning for gentle yoga. We will be doing the opposite of this. Today is a lot of muscle. Tomorrow we stretch the whole body. If today after this you feel whole body pain, come tomorrow morning. I fix it for you. Okay, so you take care. Have a good day ahead, and bye-bye.
Okay, thank you, Adrian. Bye-bye.
Thanks a lot for coming. See you again. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Adrian. Have a good day. Bye. Bye, ladies.
Bye-bye.